Before we continue on, let us look at some characteristics of this da'wah. What are some of the unique characteristics of da'wah? You know how I mentioned to you this planet was corruption in tawheed and aqidah, which is the core. This is the core of your belief. There was corruption in attitude. As soon as they took over land, they eliminate the shirk, and that land that they take over becomes one of the most peaceful lands on this planet. Okay, what did he do? The first thing that Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, keep these characteristics in mind. These are characteristics that will revive. This is what Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab put in between his eyes. These are practical things, sympathetic things. We could talk a lot about that, but let us talk about practical things. The first thing he tried to do is to teach people that you don't follow your mind. You follow the Quran and the Sunnah. You follow the Quran and the Sunnah. Why? And how did he do that? If you read his book, his most famous book is Kitab al-Tawheed. He's trying to tell them, come back to the Quran and the Sunnah. His famous book, Kitab al-Tawheed, a unique book, he starts it off, if I'm going to write a book, or anyone going to write a book, he's going to write an introduction to that book. Anyone would write that. Kitab al-Tawheed doesn't have an introduction. Kitab al-Tawheed, Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, and he goes on. That whole book, Kitab al-Tawheed, he mentions section after section, bab after bab. All he mentions is Quran and Hadith. People, when they look at his books, they see how small they are and how basic they are. They see this guy must have been ignorant. I tell you, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab didn't say nothing. If you want to condemn Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, don't condemn him. Condemn Ibn Taymiyyah before him. Condemn Ibn Kathir before him. Condemn al-Zahabi before him. Condemn Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, because these were heroes who were walking on the Prophet ﷺ. Wallahi, he didn't bring nothing new. Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab mentions a verse in a hadith. If he wants to comment, he'll mention something prior scholars mentioned. That's what he did. He was a reviver. He took the text of the people before and he made it into a reality. Why he became so much famous? Because this was things in the past that was, the flow was going. When you go in you want to swim in the ocean and you go with the current, it's easy to swim. When you're facing the current, it's hard. It takes too much energy. Throughout history, from the time of the Prophet, Muslims didn't fall into this area as much as this time. When Muhammad Abdul Wahhab came, he was facing the current in this matter, in this shirk, and the Sufi, in the Bid'ah, and the deviant sects that were at his time. So he was facing the current. That's what made him more popular than prior scholars before that. Also, additional thing to that is he was only 250 years prior to us. The talk didn't still, usually talk takes, a few days. But a hero like this, they still talk about him 250 years. He's sitting, he's probably dirt in his grave, and he's gaining hasanat from all the